America, liberals, conservatives. Grow up already. As for mainstream media, it would be nice if you tried to rebuild your damaged integrity instead of being on 24-hour Twitter watch. This is reality. 40% of registered voters didn't vote, so Trump's 35% support is still enough to re-elect him. I get your side really wants to believe that Putin can hack your brain, but reality is both candidates sucked. Media comment was Trump couldn't win, and anti-Hillary vote was motivated to vote, not only because of how bad she was, but because media and politicians who are supposed to want citizens' votes were telling us to shut up and do as they tell us. For 5 years, many citizens registered concerns over terrorist attacks. Why the horrible mistakes in security, like a man making it all the way to the private quarters of a president at the White House, or the party where people not on the guest list made it as far as shaking President Obama's hands, and no one was fired. Or let's consider the Secret Service that, while on foreign soil to protect the president, was busy with prostitutes. And no one was held accountable. No investigation took place. We had reasons to question if President Obama had a grip on keeping America safe, when he couldn't even be bothered over the White House safety. And you wonder why we turned out to vote while your side bought into the ideal that Trump couldn't win, even though every poll but two was margin of error. For 3 decades, this country has been 50-50. Turnout was always going to be key. Media admits not one vote was changed. No hack of any voting machine. All you have is a fantastical belief that Russia somehow understood American citizens better than our own media. You can look for silly collusion theory, but there is a reasonable answer, and the people you should blame is the mass media whose commentary never matched with their own polls. You might think Trump voters are stupid. However, we were smart enough to know every poll was close. We found out where to vote, what we needed to allow us to vote, and we actually voted. While your side was busy blocking traffic for years and acting superior, and attacking us for not being fooled by the media's commentary, you have egg on your face, but you're too much in denial to look at a mirror. That is the reality. If your side wouldn't turn out in 2012 to remove 18 House members, even after they did everything they could to look racist, I have to wonder if your side will be motivated to turn out in 2018. You should. But then 2012, a year Barack Obama won 52% of the vote, and somehow all he gained was 8 seats. Not even half of what was needed. In 2012, you could have given your president a Congress to work with, yet some must have split their votes. Ask yourself, why? Could it be that while many liked Obama, they wanted a check so he wouldn't do like in 2008 and 2010, leave us with a monstrosity like healthcare? Look at your own side. We did what this country requests we do as citizens. I am sorry your side failed to, but many of us tried to tell you. Now, Trump Jr. might be charged. He might be fined or on probation. He might not be allowed security clearance. But until you can come up with a real evidence how Putin hacked liberal brains, there is no grounds for impeachment. For 8 years, Republicans held out hope Obama could be removed, and you laughed, as you should have. And just as I am at this silly attempt on your side, it didn't work for Republicans, and it won't work this time. You can do as Republicans and keep fighting an election already over again, or you can focus on winning the next one. You keep this up, and Trump will get a second term, the opposite of what you're hoping for. You did it with George W. Bush. It didn't work then either. 3 decades and we have learned nothing, either side, conservative or liberal, and the media seems to have had a brain drain and has forgotten what it taught us for 3 decades about keeping voters motivated to turn out to vote.